Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you so much for joining me here. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Taking a quick look here again at Solana, double checking a few key factors, seeing kind of where we're at here with a few things that are important from my analysis from earlier today. So again, I've been in Dubai, if you're not familiar. Obviously this is not my office, and I'll be traveling essentially, so we'll be here for another week, but just staying up a little bit later than usual to kind of get you on track with some analysis, of course. We got to stay abreast, right? Taking a quick look here, just so you know, too. Nice profits over the weekend from Bitcoin, good 28% in 20 hours there. Then, of course, we got some nice profits from BNB, Chainlink. This is my day trading bot for my Premium Plus community. Solana, Matic, Cardano, and Solana again. So again, nice healthy profits there. Chainlink, 28%. It's been a pretty decent weekend for our day trades and our swing trades. So awesome stuff. Congrats again to that. And then what we want to look at here for Solana is the back-end data. So once again, $145 area of concentration of liquidation there is the last 7-day look back. Not a lot of shorts here entering the market right now, which is smart. Okay, a lot of shorts got wiped out here and a few days ago. So for the most part, people are more biased towards long positions right now. Totally fair. I totally get it. I'm the same way too. I'm a little bit more biased towards it for a lot of reasons. So let's explain that. So I looked at this earlier and considered taking a trade, was waiting for confirmation. I wanted to see how the traditional markets opened up this morning. So far, we're looking pretty good in the pre-market and the first couple of hours of New York session. So if we take a look at the daily, though, let's clarify a couple of things. This is not all sunshine and rainbows, though. Keep that in mind. We're still below the 50 and the 20-day SMA. We're kind of up to this resistance channel. Keep in mind 162, if you recall from before, 162 to 169 is that previous support range, now turned to resistance, okay? So really getting over the 50-day SMA is going to be the biggest thing that we want to kind of focus on or understand is extremely important. Okay, so getting over that I think would be a helpful factor. Take a look, of course, at the RSI. We're not quite over 50 yet either. That coincides with being underneath the resistance levels. So again, trying to get super excited right now. Until we get over those levels, I think we're going to need to kind of pump the brakes and or just, approach with caution. That's all there is to it. Doesn't mean you can't trade. It just implies that we may not want to or may not be the best conditions for that. Again, there's no optimal condition right now in the market, folks. I'm telling you what. I've been scouring the market lately to try to find good opportunities. While there was plenty that occurred overnight last night, it's hard to find them. They don't really have any specific patterns or any reason for it, minus Bitcoin increasing. They're just kind of following suit. So trading altcoins right now can be slightly challenging. Please understand that. That's half the reason why you might have seen me taper off in my signals here. It is not because I'm traveling. It's mainly because there's not a lot of good opportunity this week. Right now, I do see some opportunities today so far. I might consider some trades depending on how Bitcoin behaves, but for right now, just friendly advice, be careful just getting too heavy with a lot of altcoins. A couple here and there is fine, but just make sure you use proper risk tolerance. We can see here, RSI, money flow index, stochastic, everything looks very good here. Overall, 4-hour time frame looks fantastic for this coin, which is interesting because other coins are looking like fairly bearish, right? So generally speaking, we're looking pretty solid. The only thing we are missing out is being above the 50-day, or sorry, the 200 and the 100-day SMA. Those are tentatively holding the price action in place. Everything else looks super nice though, okay? So again, I think we're in pretty good shape to see the price continue up. We can see this previous resistance test as a support and it's continuing higher. So more likelihood of the price continuing up from here, especially with Bitcoin performing well. Look at that, 66,500. It just broke through its most recent resistance at 66.4, trending towards that liquidation level above the price action right now. So that's a very good sign for Solana because, again, it's paired fairly concurrent or fairly well with Bitcoin. Last thing we'll look at here is the hourly. Just to clarify market sessions, we can see that Tokyo, Asian markets killed it last night. London, kind of fair to middling, and so far New York trying to push it up here. If we do take a look, though, of course, at just say any liquidity, we have a little bit of liquidity above the price that was swept already. Fair value gap below the price action, so keep in mind smaller time frames may not as beneficial. But the last thing we want to mainly look at here on the hourly is the Ichimoku cloud. This is confirming in every possible way that we are still bullish in this coin and that there's no reason to consider closing your long position if you have one open. Okay, so I would not take away from this conversation that you should take a short position. Okay, the price does pull back. We might see a pivot off this most recent high, turned into this new low at about 152. But if we look at volume and kind of zoom out a little bit too, we can see in this range here, we've seen a decent amount of volume at this lower level, 138/139. Okay, so generally speaking, we have a ton of support below the price action if you consider the last week and a half's worth of trading. Obviously, we look at larger time frames. We can identify too that we have a lot of support at this range here. Let's go ahead and zoom in a little bit further so you can kind of see there's still a lot of support at these lower levels here. Again, 130, 132. solid amount of support. So if Bitcoin does pull back and Solana with it, we'll see that pivot or that bounce off that 130 as a strong likelihood. We may even see a double bottom and a catapult from there. Okay, again, that's all hypotheticals for the moment, but either way you look at it here, we can summarize that Solana's still looking very strong. It looked good earlier today. It looks tentatively better right now. The only thing I'm slightly concerned with is Bitcoin kind of pumping here and then potentially getting rejected here. Traditional markets have been notorious for just selling off instantly as soon as there's a pump, right? So again, we could be coming up to that resistance level, and based on my analysis from before, 66.5, 66.7 is somewhat of a resistance level based on larger time frame moving averages. All right, so there you have it, folks. I would expect the worst and hope for the best. Make sure that you are using proper risk management. Always ensure you use a stop loss, and of course, low leverage, low position sizing. I do want to say thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Make sure you join Bitunix, phenomenal exchange, link down below. I like to promote them because they are awesome to our community, and there's no KYC or VPN requirements. So check them out, folks. I think you're going to like them. Anyways, thanks again for your time. We'll see you in the next one. Take care. Have a good rest of your day.